There are some roads that are, well, just roads. And then there are roads like this. Roads with history, with stories, with just a little bit of mystery. We've chased trails before, but this time we're chasing something a little different. Something bigger than just the ride. Something you don't really understand until, well, you see it for yourself. So we headed out to find what Route 66 is really all about.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Dusty Trails and Drone Tales. All right, so these don't look like the trails in New Brunswick, and you are absolutely right. Judging by the big Route 66 sign behind me, we're going to be bringing you something totally different that I've been wanting to do for a very, very long time, and that is do Route 66. So today we are in Topock, Arizona, at the start of Route 66, right on the California state line. And we're going to take you through Oatman and Kingman and a whole bunch of places and end up standing on a corner in Winslow, Arizona. So follow us along and we'll see you when we get there.
Out here, it just opens up. From up here, it's a whole different perspective. But it doesn't stay like this for long. Up ahead, this drive gets a little weird. Yeah, no one tells you about this part. You don't go around them, you wait.
All right, folks, here we are in the town of Oatman. It's almost beckoning back to the days gone by. And there's an Oatman jail museum and gift shop up here on the right. So let's go take a look through Oatman and see if we can see some of the residents of the town who are in charge, i.e. the Burros, and have a little meet and greet with them maybe. Okay, so we know who's definitely in charge here in Oatman. And yes, it is the Burros. And they do sell food in town here for them so that you can feed them. But they just grow in the wild here, but they're fairly tame. So let's give these guys a little snack, although I'm sure they look to be pretty well fed here. And then we're going to carry on towards Kingman.
This is Sitgreaves Pass. 8 miles and 191 curves. Yeah, you feel every single one of them. This isn't just a road, it's a climb. Tight turns, steep drop-offs, and no room for mistakes. And the higher you go, the better it gets. And then, the views start to open up. This is why you take the long way. This is Route 66 at its best. But driving this today, it's a lot different than it used to be. You know, today, this is just a road trip. You get in the truck, you've got air conditioning, GPS, fuel stations everywhere. You really don't think twice about it. But go back 60, 70 years, and this wasn't just a drive. This was a journey. Cars overheated, fuel stops weren't guaranteed. People carried extra water just to keep their engines alive. Every mile took planning. Every stretch of road you had to respect. And a road like this wasn't something you drove just for fun. This was something you had to get through. And now, we get to experience it like this. Same road, completely different world. Still, you can't help but imagine what it was like back then.
All right, folks, we have hit the summit of Sitgreaves Pass. We are up 3,550 feet. And, well, I would say burros are also up here, too, because they have left their markings on the ground all over the place. Anyhow, that would be an insane climb up. The views up here are absolutely spectacular. I'm sure that the film footage didn't do it justice. But now we're going to carry on through the other side of Sitgreaves Pass and make our way into Kingman for a little bit of a fresh stop. See you soon.
And just like that, now we're heading down the other side. If you thought the climb up was good, the views coming down don't disappoint. every turn gives you a completely different angle of the desert. It's one of those drives where you don't want to blink because you might miss something. And somehow, it just keeps getting better the farther you go. This is the kind of road you wish you could drive twice, just to take it all in. And then it opens back up again. From tight turns and cliffs to long stretches of nothing but road. This is where Route 66 really settles in. You start to understand why people fell in love with this road. It's not just about where you're going, it's everything in between. There's something about these long stretches. They just clear your head. No distractions, Just you, the road, and whatever's on your mind. Out here, time kind of slows down, and for a little while, that's not a bad thing. And eventually the road leads you here, Kingman, Arizona, a place that's been part of Route 66 for generations. For a lot of travelers, this was more than just a stop. It was a checkpoint, a place to rest, refuel, and get ready for whatever came next. And this right here, this is Andy Devine Avenue, the heart of Route 66 through Kingman. If these streets could talk, they'd have a few stories to tell. Millions of people heading west, chasing something new, and for a lot of them, this was just one stop along the way.
All right, folks, so we are in the heart of the Kingman Historic District, and just thinking of stepping back in time, say 75 years ago when this area was in its heyday. It would have been something else. There's an old GM OK used cars sign there. But yeah, I can just imagine what this would have been like 75 years ago. It would have probably been quite something to see at the time. I mean, not that it's nothing to see now, but it's definitely evolved through the years and still something to see. Dunton Motors, established 1946. So this would have been an old car dealership, I believe. I read online that this was an Edsel dealership at one time. And the newest thing on wheels, Edsel, sales and service. So we're going to pop over there, take a photo of us going through the Kingman Route 66 drive-through sign, and then we're going to carry on to our next stop.
Kingman is often called the birthplace of Route 66, and when you drive through it, you can feel that history. This isn't just another town. This is part of the story. Every building, every sign, every stretch of road, it all ties back to a time when this highway was the main way across the country. And now, we're part of that story too. Different time, same road. Rolling out of Kingman, you're driving right down Andy Devine Avenue. Named after Andy Devine, one of Hollywood's most recognizable character actors back in the day. He grew up right here in Kingman, and became part of that classic Route 66 story. If you've ever watched old westerns, chances are you've heard his voice, kind of one of those voices you don't forget. And it's fitting, because Route 66 and Hollywood kind of grew up together, both telling stories, just in different ways. And just like that, you're back out in the open. This stretch between Kingman and Hackberry, this is classic Route 66. Long, quiet, and just enough scenery to keep you looking around. No big cities, no traffic, just roads stretching out in front of you. It's the kind of drive where you don't need a destination. You just keep going. Honestly, this is what I pictured Route 66 being. Simple, a little rough around the edges, but real. You can almost imagine what this looked like decades ago. Cars spaced out, people just making their way across the country. And then, out of nowhere, you start to see the signs of something up ahead. Places like this, they don't just appear by accident. They've been here a long time. This is Hackberry General Store, one of those classic Route 66 stops that feels frozen in time. Back in the day, places like this weren't just interesting, they were essential. Fuel, supplies, a break from the road. You didn't pass places like this without stopping. And now it's more of a time capsule. Old signs, vintage cars, reminders of what this road used to be. And honestly, this is exactly the kind of stop you hope to find out here. Every corner has something to look at. You could spend a while just taking it all in. It's not polished, and that's kind of the point. And just like that, we're back on the road. That's the thing about Route 66. You stop, take it in, and then you keep moving. Next stop, Seligman. And if Hackberry feels like a step back in time, Seligman takes that even further. Plenty more road ahead. Let's keep going. This stretch right here, this is Route 66 at its simplest. No big attractions, no crowds, just road and desert. And honestly, that's part of the appeal. You're not really in a hurry out here. You just kind of go with it. Stop when something catches your eye, and keep rolling when it doesn't. It's not about getting somewhere fast. It's all about not really caring how long it takes. And just like that, we've got company. Pretty sure Cousin Eddie's up there just letting her rip. You don't pass this, you just accept it. This is part of the experience right here. Hey, at least we're not in a rush. Here we are, Seligman, Arizona. This place is packed with Route 66 history. Every building, every sign, it all leans into that classic Route 66 feel. Yeah, this is exactly what you expect it to look like. And honestly, it doesn't disappoint. Alright, let's find a spot and check this place out. Now this is what I expected Route 66 to be like.
kind of quirky, kind of weird, very eclectic, but that's also what makes it cool.
Just like that, we're leaving Seligman behind. It may look like a small town, but there's a big story here. Back in the late 1970s, Route 66 was basically finished. The interstate had taken over, and towns like Seligman were being bypassed. For a lot of places, that was it. Businesses closed, people moved on, and the road started to fade away. But here in Seligman, there was one guy who wasn't ready to let it go. Angel Delgadillo, a barber right here in town. Instead of watching everything disappear, he decided to do something about it. He started talking to people, organizing, pushing to have Route 66 recognized for what it was. And eventually, that effort turned into the historic Route 66 designation. Not just here, but across multiple states. What started with one small town barber ended up bringing this road back to life. Without Angel, there's a good chance we're not driving this road today. Just this once, and just for fun, we'll let you finish what we've begun. Question marks. Well, for those of you who don't know, those are Burma Shave signs, and in the last few years a lot of these have been recreated. So Burma Shave was a company out of Minnesota, I believe it was the American Safety Razor Company, that were looking for a cheap way to promote their shaving cream. So they didn't want to spend big money on billboards. So instead, they came up with something a lot smaller. So it was usually a series of 5 or 6 signs, tiny little signs along Route 66 that you would read as you drove along, and usually at the end there was a little punchline. You'd wait for the punchline, and then the last sign would say Burma Shave. So these are actually one of the most authentic Route 66 advertising experiences dating back to the 1920s. And it's nice to see these along the way, and that they're still along the side of Route 66 Mother Road. So anyhow, we're going to continue on, keep on going to Williams to our next cool stop, and stay with us, and maybe we'll bring you some more Burma Shave signs along the way. stop here in Ash Fork, and this is where you really start to see how Route 66 has changed. Because the truth is, you can't just drive Route 66 straight through anymore. A lot of the original road has been replaced by Interstate 40. In some sections, it runs right over top of the old route. So instead of one continuous road, you're jumping on, jumping off, piecing it together as you go. It's not always obvious where the original road was. You kind of have to go looking for it. If you're expecting one long, interrupted drive, that's not really what Route 66 is anymore.
Okay everyone, welcome to Williams, Arizona. So we are at 6,762 feet elevation. We're back on Route 66. And Williams was founded in 1881 as the gateway to the Grand Canyon. And this was the last town to be passed by I-40 on Route 66. So we're going to make our way through Williams here and head to a really, really cool stop. So we hope you stay with us and keep watching.
And just off Route 66, you've got places like this. Arizona. Not exactly what you'd expect out here, but it definitely adds to the experience. So yeah, it's not all just road out here. Every now and then, you get something completely different. As we leave Williams, we're not going to do what most people do leaving Williams. They just jump on I-40 and head straight to Winslow. Fast, easy, and you'd be there in no time. But we didn't come all this way to take the easy route. We're sticking with Route 66, the long way around. This isn't just about getting somewhere. It's about what you find along the way. And sometimes the best parts aren't on the interstate. Like that, everything changes. From open desert to forest. This is Coconino National Forest, and it's one of the largest ponderosa pine forests in the world. Miles and miles of it, stretching as far as you can see. It's a completely different side of Route 66. Quieter, cooler, and a whole different kind of scenery. You don't really expect this when you think of Arizona, but that's what makes this route so interesting. Same road, just a different world. Every stretch feels like a new chapter. And then it changes again. Parts of Route 66 out here aren't even paved anymore. Yeah, this is still the original route, just a little rougher than what it used to be. It's not perfect, but that's kind of the point. You're not just following a highway, you're following history. Most people are flying by on the interstate, never realizing what's just a few miles away. But this is the part you remember. And eventually, it all leads back to the road again, back toward Winslow. Different terrain, different pace, but still the same journey. Sometimes, the long way is the whole point. Rolling through Flagstaff, this is one of the bigger stops along Route 66. Unlike a lot of towns along the route, Flagstaff never really faded away. The railroad, the interstate, and Route 66 all came through here. So instead of being left behind, it just kept growing. It's got a different feel to it. More modern, more busy, but still tied to the road. You can feel the history here, but it's not stuck in the past. And then, just like that, we're back on I-40. This is the version of the trip most people take. Faster, smoother, and a whole lot more direct. But it's a different experience. You're covering ground, but you're missing the details. You get there quicker, but you don't really see as much. But not everything along Route 66 is obvious. Some of it you have to go looking for. And sometimes, what you find isn't polished or restored. It's just what's left. This is Canyon Diablo, and at one point this was one of the roughest stops along the entire route. Back in the early days, this place had a reputation. Outlaws, gambling, trouble. It wasn't exactly a quiet stop. It sat right along the railroad and later Route 66, making it a key crossing point through this part of Arizona. What's left today isn't much, just the old 1917 bridge and remnants of what used to be here. But even in this condition, you can still see how important it once was. This was a lifeline across the canyon for anyone traveling trying to make their way through. It's kind of wild how something this significant can end up almost completely forgotten. Most people drive right past this now and never even know it's here. But this is Route 66 too. Not just the restored towns, but the pieces that didn't make it. The places that time moved past. And then, just like that, back on the road. And just like that, We're pulling into Winslow, Arizona. After everything we've seen, all the miles behind us, this feels like the right place to end it. From the Colorado River, to the mountains, to the desert, every stretch of this road has had something different to offer. Same road, completely different experience every mile. And yeah, this one's been worth it. Winslow might seem like a small stop, but it's one of the most recognizable names on Route 66. And for a lot of people, this is the moment they've been waiting for. And here it is, standing on the corner park. Made famous by the Eagles and one of the most iconic stops on Route 66. It's one of those places you've probably heard about long before you ever see it in person. And then you get here, and it's exactly like what you expected, and somehow still worth it. That's kind of what this whole trip has been, a road you've heard about your whole life that finally lives up to it. And now we can say we've done it. And honestly, I'd do it all over again. Yeah, this was a good time.
All right, folks, we did it. Here we are standing on the corner in Winslow, Arizona, and that's going to do it for this episode of Dusty Trails and Drone Tales. If you liked this video or want to see other content that we do, be sure to like and subscribe, and drop a comment below if you would like to see us do more Route 66 in the future. So until the next time, folks, may your trails always be dusty, your drones stay airborne to tell the tale, keep everything rubber side down, and peace out.